Okay, guys. I'd like to welcome everybody. Thank you for your time. This recording will go up into our chats. We'll make sure that it is available to everybody here. What we're going to be talking about here is we're going to be talking about our 90-day run. We're going to be talking about the Whisper campaign, and we're going to be talking about our 14-day reboot challenge that we've just become part of with a group of jewels too as well. I put something in the chat this morning. I want to make a correction on. I thought that this was set up so that we could start adding once I added, me and Devin added you. No, once you were added, that's great. But we're going to set up an internal system here. Me and Devin are the only ones that can do the adding. And so what we're going to do is we'll set it up. Me and Devin will talk about this, where you guys will forward us the names probably just in the chat or maybe in an email. We'll talk afterwards, but we'll throw it into the chat. And you guys will forward us, okay, your team. Now, your team has had to have ordered 100 PV December 1st up until this date here, okay? Or if you know that they've got a subscription firing. That's the only prerequisite is they've had to have ordered 100 PV, so a welcome pack or equivalent, okay? And we can add all the way up until January 3rd, okay? Cost to enter, well, it's costing me and Devin big bucks. It's all the jewels have to pay for you guys to be in it. For you guys and your whole team, costs you nothing, okay? Free to get in, okay? And it's gonna be amazing. We've aligned ourselves with Joanna Slavin, so the famous Slavin family. We've aligned ourselves with Joanna Slavin out of Minnesota. She's a diamond. Josh Slavin, Sapphire. I met Josh here at Leaders Retreat 3 weeks ago. Son Zach, youngest Emerald in the history of Plexus at age 18. He's 19 now, going to UND. Just quickly on the Slavin family, the last time that we were doing brand ambassadors in October, okay, Joanna herself, bang on the nose, brought in, signed up 50 brand new level 1 ambassadors herself. So I wanted to align this team with a team that's built on speed, because I knew what was coming down the pipeline with this here. Being, we're going to be going into an area that we've never done before as a team. Last year, and I'll just put this in perspective. I mean, I personally went full time into this November 15th. Brian Murray came into my life November 20th. Devin came into my life December 20th. Marcia around the same timeline. Andre Verlee all came in, and we went into momentum. Basically, Coach Mike had training in 2 different types of events. So we basically went in with minimal coaching. And what has transpired the whole course of the year, myself personally, and some people in here under my recommendations, we've gotten stronger as a team because why? We've gotten coached, and you guys have been open to the coaching. And there's a couple of us here who've made a substantial investment to work with Eric Worre. Eric Worre, for you who don't know, that's the guy that created GoPro, the GoPro 90 event. He basically, what he's done the last decade is legitimized this network marketing industry. And every year he brings together the top 30 network marketers in the world. He just ran this last week or 2 weeks ago out of Vegas. There were 75,000 people virtually that showed up that paid $400 to $500 a pop to attend, and it was off the charts. Amazing. And so what was offered was what was called an accelerator program, where we get to work with Eric Worre. This is a 12-month program that a couple of us have signed up here for. Get to work with Eric Worre, Grant Cardone, Jesse Lee Ward, who's got 1.3 million followers on Instagram, Fraser Brooks, who is one of the top people on Instagram, influencers as a coach. Who else? We got Ed Milet. We've got the guy that branded Michael Jordan. It goes on. Tony Robbins. It goes on and on and on to be able to work. In 2 weeks, we got Richard Branson. Okay, so like that's the type of world-class coaching that I'm getting. Like frick, I am completely to be at that level, to be in that kind of program. I can tell you right now, I've been, I think about 8 hours of coaching so far. And what I'd pay 10 times what I paid, what I learned. There's no, you cannot put a price on education and what goes back in this business. So I'm just going to throw a number out there. And this is kind of like a model that a lot of the top people in this industry talked about 2 weeks ago in GoPro. If you were making $100,000 a month, okay, if you were making $100,000 a month, okay, $10,000 to $20,000 goes back into education, whether it's self-education, whether it's education for your team, whether it's branding for your team. So you can't just take money from this business, not a chance. Okay, you have expenses. So you've got to run this like an entrepreneur. You can't run this and just suck the life out of your business and just take from it. So you've got to give back to this business. And that starts with self-development. And that's why I'm going to throw this number out there. Brooke Hemingway last year, $98,500 on personal development she spent. Okay, I'm about 20,000 that I've personally spent, okay, in self-development, which, yeah, it's a write-off, but guess who's benefiting? That's our team that's benefiting. And so what has come down the pipeline for us the last week here, and we've been working behind the scenes because we wanted to align ourselves with Joanna. So now we're in, okay? Now we're in that. Doesn't cost anybody anything. But it's going to be your responsibility. And me and Deb, what do you think? Should we do it email or should we do it through Messenger? What should we do? In the chats or email?
Either or, I'm open to either. Everybody, whoever doesn't have me on Facebook Messenger, I think everybody on here does. If not, yeah, we'll fire up my Gmail through to everybody. So either way, I prefer almost Messenger. It's a little bit more instant than back and forth on that.
Daily, what we want is give us the brand new ones every day. Every single day, you guys pop in there, okay, and just put it in, and it'll be like Brenda Pike, give us your 5 people, we'll enter it. The only person, and I'm sorry, Colin, the only person, your team can't participate in this unless your jewel is in it. I don't know where your jewel is, but I want you to learn because you got a lot to offer our team, but I'm sorry, but you can't, okay?
Yeah, no worries.
Okay, so that's going to be your responsibility, and it's free. It's free for every single person here to join this challenge. What it's going to look like, there's going to be intermittent fasting, there's going to be nutritionists, there's going to be trainers, mindset coaches, and what's happening is all 15 jewels, okay, are all going to take a day. Everybody's taking a day in here, okay? Now, the last one that Joanna ran had 2,700 people in it. So this one here, going into New Year's, I don't even know what that number is going to be. 4,000, 5,000, I don't even know. But that Boxing Day sale is something that should be going through your 24-hour story nonstop because that is a steal of a deal, okay? Now, I'm going to go into what we're laying out here. We're laying out, and this is developed by Mr. Eric Worre and the world-class coaches here. What we're going to be laying out here is what's called a whisper campaign. I've never heard of it before until Eric laid it out. Absolutely phenomenal. Okay, like I couldn't even, Christina couldn't even understand. I was so excited. The words are coming out of my mouth so fast with this whisper campaign. It's going to lead, we're starting our 90-day run. Again, this is developed by Eric Worre, and literally Jessie Lee does this. She's already setting her team up for this. That's going to start January 3rd. What else is starting January 3rd? Our 14-day challenge. Okay, so everything is bang on January 3rd. But what we're going into right now, okay, what we're setting up today is what we call the pre-launch. And I'm going to give you guys now, I'm going to go over this, but it's going to go into the chats. You're going to get 5 assignments, okay, 5 assignments from now to January 3rd. And we need everybody engaged in this. And if you know somebody on your team, okay, if you know somebody on your team, we're going to get into that in this whisper campaign. If you know somebody on your team, okay, that you think could be a superstar in this industry, I'm going to show you how we're going to set this up so that we can get them at least in the conversation and give them the goods. Okay, and that's the whole thing is we don't want to be silent on this. Okay, so all that stuff, that 90 days, okay, and I'm going to put more stuff on that 90 days, but you're going to have to make a sacrifice going to these 90 days. Myself personally, okay, I'm full-time in this. My commitment's 20 hours a day. 20 hours a day, 6 days a week. I'm going 120 hours a week into this. Now, if you're full-time, you got a time block. Okay, if you're full-time in Plexus, time block and set it up. And you got to stick to that plan, whether it's 8 hours, 10 hours, 12 hours. The whole thing is you're taking 1 day off. You need 1 day off to regenerate and say hi to your family. Okay, but you're going all in here now. If you've got a full-time job, if you're a nurse or whatever it is, you got a time block. It might look different to you. It might be 2 hours a day. It might be 4 hours a day, but you've got a time block. And then you got to sit down with your significant other and sit down with your kids, and you're going to say, guys, and I've had this talk already with Christina, and the analogy that Eric already used is, I'm going to the North Pole for 90 days. I'm going to the North Pole for 90 days. And Dad's not going to be around for those 90 days. I'm going to be in the North Pole. But when I come back from that North Pole, okay, if you're making 6 figures a year, like I am in this industry, when I come back after that 90 days, I'll be making 7 figures a year. And it's not being selfish. I'm not disregarding my family. No, I'm setting my family's future up for life by committing for 90 days here. I did this last year, guys, okay, on a smaller scale. I didn't have all the tools. I did this last year on a smaller scale. November 15th, okay, I was a gold ambassador, and there's a lot of you guys at that level right now. December 15th, I was senior gold. So November 15th, I was $1,000. I think by December 15th, that area there, I think I was about $2,500, $3,000. And then literally when the 90-day run happened, I 25x my salary in these 90 days. Okay. And trust me, the 90-day run that I was running last year was just from the normal GoPro. It wasn't from the accelerator. It didn't have the whisper campaign in it. So what I did was on a smaller scale, and I did it on a small, and when I say smaller scale, we only had probably 5 or 6 people that were participating in it. And literally none of us knew very much. We strictly just shared from our hearts, shared our stories, and were very aggressive. But we did show up every day, and we did grind every day, and we did commit for the 90 days. And guess what happened? March 20th hit. Coach Mike was an Emerald. And like, there's a lot of people that it takes them 4 or 5, 6, 7, 8 years to go Emerald. And then, you know what? Deborah Drummond reached out to me in April, and she goes, "What the heck is happening on your team there? We're the producers of this book. We've got 2 best-selling books out, the 20 most influential women in network marketing, 20 most influential power couples in network marketing. We want you to be part of the 10 men, Coach Mike." And that wasn't me. Yeah, I was the head coach of that team. Okay. That book was about us. Prerequisite for that book was 5 years in the network marketing industry. Deborah said to Carolyn, the other producer, "No, we need people to hear this story that you can actually get to the top 1,000% in the world in network marketing this fast to legitimize this industry." And so they waived that 5 years to 5 months. They couldn't even believe that we'd done that. And I said, guess what? There's another 2 guys in our team that have done it in the same timeline or quicker. And they were blown away. And Deborah Drummond herself, she created 2 companies in her 20s and 30s, network marketing companies, the same size right now as Plexus. So for her to grant permission for our team to be written about in the book, I was humbled, blown away. Now, we did that last year, I'm telling you, with this much tools, this much. And now we've got world-class coaching. Okay, we have world-class coaching, and the systems that I am following here for you guys are laid out for me is a can't fail. Is an absolute cannot fail if you show up for those 90 days. And if you sit down with your significant other and your kids and you say, guess what? These next 90 days, okay, mom or dad, I'm going to be committed to something here. I'm committing to 6 days a week, and we're going to have family day on that 7th day. And you know what? We're going to negotiate what we're going to do on that day. And when we're done, we're going to negotiate what we're going to do after April 1st too as well. Because what I'm doing here is because I love you guys, and we're going to set our family's future up here in these 90 days. And I did it. Devin did it. Brian did it. Marcia did it. Andre did it. We all did it in this 90-day run last year. Okay, staggering numbers. We brought in 800 brand new ambassadors, okay, in this 90-day run last year. 800, bang on, okay? And we had this much tools. That's all we knew. We were just a bunch of jocks from the prairie sharing from our hearts. Now we've got world-class coaches with a world-class can't-miss program set up here that if you do it, we hit grand slams right out of the park. What are we going to do here? My why is helping tens of thousands of families get healthy and have financial independence. Okay, that's my why. Okay, so we're going to have tens of thousands of families that are going to come along with us here, and they're going to experience health that they've never seen before. And by doing that, there's a lot of people in this 90 days that are going to get wealthy. Okay, they both are going to come. They're both going to coincide with each other. Now, everything here, yes, you can write it down, but it's going to go into our chats too as well. And so I am darn proud of what we've got set up here right now with our assignments, with our pre-launch, and what's going to fire on January 3rd. I threw the advertising into the Notre Dame Hound and the Health Warrior chats. Use that stuff, put your spin on it, okay? And start getting that out to your teams. Get your teams ordering. Use that Boxing Day special, okay? You're creating your pre-launch momentum right now, okay? And now what I want you to start thinking about is I want you to start thinking about someone out there that you think could be a superstar on this team, in this business, if you just showed them what it was all about. If you just showed them what this 90-day run could do for their family. And what you're going to be doing here is you're going to present this whisper campaign, but then what you're going to do is you're going to edify me or Devin. You can choose either one. And what does that mean? Okay, now I'm going to just lay this all out here. You're going to use the success of this #1 best-selling book to benefit your business. So when that person, you're saying, what is it? What is that campaign? So I just wrote it here. I mean, it's so powerful. And you're going to go to the people. Well, I got to talk to you, Jack. I was thinking of you. I need to talk to you, but shh, this is a secret. This is so confidential that I'm only sharing this with a few people. So don't share this with anybody else. I'm about to do an outrageous and spectacular 90-day run in my business, and we're going to take a quantum leap inside of our business. So basically what you're doing is you're like, shh, I want to share something with you, okay? And it's powerful. And the reason why I was thinking of you is because you've got qualities. You've got qualities that I believe, okay, that you can benefit from this. Your family can benefit from this. And it's being done. We did this last year. Our team did this last year. They wrote a book about us last year. And we had barely any coaching. And now our team's got world-class coaching. And we're doing it again. So what we did last year, they wrote a book about us, our team. Guess what we're going to do this year? We're going to get thousands of people healthy. We're going to be bringing thousands of people with us. And guess what? If we commit for 90 days, there's going to be a rainbow, and a lot of us are going to get wealthy together. And that's a guarantee. Because this whisper campaign works 100% of the time when you follow it. Okay, this 90-day run, when you commit and you time block and you go in and you're intentional, it works 100% of the time. We did it last year, literally. Man, I mean, we were learning on the spot. Well, now we're pretty darn well schooled. We've worked our butts off all year learning this industry. We've worked our butts off getting around the proper teams and proper double and triple diamonds, okay, that have the same characteristics of our team. I'm not waiting 10 years, guys, to go diamond, and neither should you. You owe it to yourself that you can do this. You can do this on this team in 1 year. Okay, my own personal MLM coach looked at the Plexus compensation plan. She looked at it, says there's nothing like it in the industry. And trust me, I've looked at 3 of them in the last month. There is nothing like it in the industry. Okay, it doesn't have to take you 10 years or 8 years or 5 years to do it. You can do it in 1 year. We've actually had a person do it last year in 3 months. One girl did it in 3 months, went diamond. Okay, so our team is set up now with speed, with all the platforms. It's self-sufficient. We've got the back end now that we've got to use. We've got the back end retention program. That's the key here, is educating everybody. Okay, now getting back to this whisper campaign, and we're going to get this in the chat. This is how we want to introduce this to people. When I thought of people who could crush this, I thought of you. That's your buddy. That's your brother. That's your sister. That's your best friend. That could have been a teammate. Okay. I mean, that's the whole, and the whole thing is you're being sincere. You're not BSing people. Okay. You're being authentic with this, because all of us are on here because we firmly believe that we have it in us to be a jewel. And every one of you does, because for the most part, everybody on here shows up every day. And that's what you're showing here too, as well, as you have shown up every day here. I communicate with almost every single person here every day. If it's not every day, it's every couple of days. So you're sharing this opportunity. It may or may not be for you. I want you to get those phrases down. It may be or may not be for you, but I just want you to hear me out. And that's got to be done with a phone, or it's got to be done one-on-one at a Starbucks or a Tim Hortons. I mean, I know in Canada it's a little bit crazier, but I mean, literally, the power of the voice. It's not done through Messenger by your fingers. Okay, you got to phone that person up and go, hey, are you available at 12 noon today? Can I call you? I got to call you. Are you available? Are you available at 4 o'clock today? I got to call you. Okay, and you got to share this whisper campaign. Okay, and you got to let people know, hey, Jack, shh, I got to talk to you about something. And you're going to edify myself and Devin, meaning that you're going to circle us in. You're going to lay down the tools. You're going to circle myself and Devin in and say, hey, we've got 2 people on our team that went to the top of our company in 4 and 5 months, both of them. And they did it with very little tools. And now our team's getting world-class coaching. And I believe in you. I see qualities in you. And I know that this program that's been developed by world-class coaches, and you can name them. I mean, Grant Cardone, Eric Worre, Tony Robbins, Jesse Lee Ward, Richard Branson, Fraser Brooks, you can name them. And there's no bullshit there. That's the truth. Okay, that's who a couple of us get to work with here. Okay, that's the world-class coaches that have been assembled. Now, when they hear those names, and when they see the edification of myself and Devin, that we've gone to the top 1%, it's even higher than that in the world, in the network marketing industry, in that time frame, a lot of people need to hear that. And that's when you're going to circle us in for a 3-way Zoom. You want it to be by Zoom, or if you can, if you're in Regina, you grab Devin, you say, hey, we're going to go meet at Tim Hortons. I got somebody that we want to share this 90-day run with. This is all about business building right here. Business building 101. But it's got to be done. It's got to be done by phone or in person. And guess what? You don't have to be innovative. Okay? You just got to follow the instructions. Because you're not following Coach Mike's instructions. You're following the instructions set out by guys that are making 8, 9, and 10 figures a year. The whole game plan is set up for those guys. Okay, from A to Z, you're going to get the whole framework. You just got to follow the instructions, just like me. Okay, I'm following the instructions, guys, of the top world-class coaches in the world. And I'm just the vessel here. I'm passing this information on to you guys. Yeah, we're going to overlook it. We're going to be accountable to each other. Yeah, we're going to be accountable in our chats. But you know what? We're going to bring thousands, tens of thousands of people are going to come with us here. Okay, and honest, whatever level, if it's 2 hours, 4 hours, 8 hours, 10, 16, 20 hours, whatever level you're coming in at, I can tell you right now, what's going to be April 1st is going to absolutely blow your mind. Lives and families are going to be changed here. Okay, lives and families are going to be changed here. All you got to do is show up, decide what 6 days you're going to show up for, and follow the game plan set up by Eric and his world-class coaches. Okay, and it's all going to start with that whisper campaign. Now, here is the assignment, and you can write this down. So this assignment starts today. This is our pre-launch. I'm gonna put this assignment is gonna go into our 2 chats. Okay, it'll go into our chats in about a half an hour. So if you're not writing, it'll be there, and you can pick it up in our chats. Pre-launch assignment number 1, 10. So what we're doing here is we're warming up your contacts. What to do? Add 10 new friends a day on social media. Okay, there's your assignment number 1. 10 new friends a day, whether it's Instagram or whether it's Facebook, 10 a day. So what do we got right now? Today's the 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31. Okay, so there's your 13. We got 16 days until we launch. Okay, so 10 a day, you're going to add 160 people to your social media. Okay, and what are you looking for? When you're going looking for people on social media, they should be coming from your groups. Okay, you should be in 5 groups with 5,000 people or more, and those groups should be, those Facebook groups, they should be groups that you vibe with. Okay, my groups, I'm a foodie. I'm in Scottsdale Best Restaurants. Okay, that's one of the groups that I'm in. We've got a King Charles dog, so I'm in a King Charles, I'm in a dog one as well. High performance coaching, like Tony Robbins, Brian Tracy, I'm in another one like that. Jeff is in knitting. I'm sure Aiden's in fitness. So those Facebook groups are you. And what you're going to do is you're going to relationship build. You'll see a post. You're going to comment on that. Okay. You're going to comment on that. What I always do is I look at that person. I click on their Facebook or their Instagram. I scroll through their last 3 posts. And if it's family and they're doing healthy activities, I'm not going to be sitting there having somebody that's doing shots, 20 shots every night. That's not who I want on my team. Okay. I'm going after people that I want to lock arms with, that I can see are family oriented, couples, and are doing family activities and healthy activities. Those are the people that you're adding. Okay, so that they should be coming from your groups that vibe with you. Make that comment, 5 words or more is what I'm recommending, and it should be a question. Okay, a call to action question, so that the algorithm picks that up. So if it was, and I use this example all the time. Last year, I was looking for mucklucks for my daughter, and there was a girl in Saskatoon that had these beautiful beaded mucklucks. And I was like, "Hey, Jane, love your boots. Where did you buy your mucklucks?" Instant engagement. Okay, she came back to me. Boom, added her on Facebook. And then there you go. There's my relationship building off of that one conversation. And I did go out and buy the mucklucks. So I mean, I'm being authentic with that. So your first assignment: add 10 new friends a day on social media. 2, 10 new conversations a day about Plexus. Coworkers, inside your school, Aiden, at the hospital, Brenda. Okay, so it's 10 new conversations a day. It could be on social media. It could be walking your dog. But you have to start 10 new conversations every single day about Plexus. So get out of your comfort zone. Okay, get out of your comfort zone. That's the key here. It's all mindset. This whole industry is mindset. And I'll tell you, you're going to gain confidence off this. Okay, you know the benefits. You know it works. If you don't have a story, if you're that new in the company, go into our We Are Family Health Victories. There's hundreds of stories in there. Okay, hundreds of stories in there with real names, real first, real last names that you can use to share the story. 3, how many people have you started conversations with? How many? Okay, so that's your assignment number 3, is how many have you started with? 4, what positive results have showed up already? Okay. What positive results have showed up already? 5, okay. Every time you have a success story in regards to the Whisper campaign, we want you to brag about it in our chats, our Notre Dame Hound chats and our Health Warrior chat. Okay. So basically, I want us to light up our chats, the group of us here. So what are we going to be putting? And I'm going to put this whole framework in our chats. In our chats, I want us to write daily. If you've got information that's coming in daily, if you're having success daily, I want you, the last two assignments here, what positive results have shown up already? Okay. And every time you've got a success story, I want us to brag about it. So I want that into the chats so people can see that. Okay. So other people can see that. So we can gain momentum. And it could be people that aren't here, but someone on your team sees, hey, you know what? Jamie's engaged. She's doing this. I can do this. Because the more that we influence here as the business builders, as the leaders of this team, the more people we're going to get healthy. And the more people that we're going to give extra cash to into their pockets, their families' pockets over the holidays here and moving forward. And I know that there's a lot of you that are real close to doing this full time. There's lots of us doing this full time. There's lots of you shifting, career shifting, that are going to be doing this full time. And there's lots here. Okay, this 90-day run, if you're kind of on the fence, whether or not you're making the correct decision here, by April 1st, I'll tell you, you're going to have the proper answer. 1000% you're going to know. And I can guarantee that if you do the framework that's set up here by Eric Worre, that answer is going to be a yes. You just got to show up and follow the game plan set up by Eric, set up by these world-class coaches. Okay. You got to make a decision at what level you want to do this 90-day run at. Is it 2 hours, 4 hours, 6, 8, 18, whatever it is? I can tell you right now, guys, November 15, 2020, when I went full-time into this, and I knew what I was putting into my other business was 18 to 20 hours a day and getting nothing out of it. Okay. Actually, I was getting very sick out of it, very ill out of it, very depressed out of it, taking no salary out of it. And when Health Canada shut my 4 revenue streams down with the COVID, and I pivoted, I was relieved that I could go into this full time. And I never looked back, because I knew that if I could actually put in 18 to 20 hours a day, and if I could grind for 90 days, okay, I knew I was going to get paid for it. I knew I was going to be helping people for it. I knew my family, I knew my girlfriend, I knew my kids on both sides of the border were going to benefit from this. Fear nothing. Absolutely fear nothing. Okay. The leadership that we've got on this team, that we've assembled here, that have come, guys, we've got all-star after all-star after all-star on this team. Everybody literally is taking a leadership role here. We're macro managing this team. You guys have got a voice. And every single day, people reach out to me from this leadership group here and say, hey, Coach Mike, can we do this? Coach Mike, I've got an idea here. Can we do this? And you know what? 9 times out of 10, we're going back and forth, and we're making that final product better. So you keep using your voice, because what are we doing here, right? We're developing your organization here. We're developing a multi-million-dollar business here for you and your family's future. If you got ideas, man, I'm the most creative guy in the world. But guess what? I don't put the brakes on with anybody on this team. I want you sharing your ideas. I want you having your voice. And if there's something that you think that we can add value, man, Melissa came to me the other day and I'm like, right on, we're doing this. Okay, I love it. Okay, Carla comes to me and we're doing it. 1,000,000%, we're doing it. Let's do it. You're taking the lead on it, by the way. Coach Mike's not taking the lead. You're doing it. Okay, we're empowering you on this team. So use your creativity, use your voice, because your voice is always going to be heard on this team. Always. We've worked our asses off, become independent, this team, with the platforms, and now it's using the systems. The systems are in place. Okay. This Whisper campaign leading in the 90 run, guys, just and I'm going to put everything into the chats. Make a commitment. What kind of commitment are you going to make? Okay. And I know last year when me and Devin and Brian, when we started out, we made the commitment to each other that we didn't have. If we had to work 22 hours, we went 22 hours. It didn't matter. It didn't matter. But I'll tell you, it probably was never less than 20. But we set this business up for lifetime revenue coming in. So make that commitment for 90 days of whatever level it is. And I'll tell you, what's waiting for you April 1st, you're going to be like, holy crap. We're going into momentum here, people. We're going into momentum, and we're going to be climbing the freaking mountaintop. I'm telling you, I'm bringing tens of thousands of people with me, and there's 77. My goal is 77. Those are my personal goals. 77 diamonds on this team. Okay, 77 diamonds on this team. This team is going to be the #1 team in Plexus worldwide within 2 years. Okay, and I want you coming with me. I want to be on the end of that stage, giving you that diamond with Alec, and Taro, and Travis. Okay, make a commitment here for 90 days. Let your family know what you're doing for 90 days. You're doing this because you love them. And let's commit together. Let's kick ass together. Let's rock the crap out of this together. And let's go out there and change, literally, change lives. Get people healthy. Give a darn. Be authentic. Okay, tomorrow night, we've got Jamie and we've got Colin are going to start off. Tomorrow night, we've got a 1-hour training. It's going to follow our WAMs. It's going to be on social media. Colin is going to be introducing Reels. He's a Reels. I'll call him an expert because he's pretty darn good at it. Jamie's going to be sharing some time-saving tips on social media. And then we're going to set up the second day. I'm going to try to get it in this week too as well, where me and Carla are going to come. No, sorry. It's going to be me and Melissa are going to come in. Melissa's going to be, Melissa, what are you going to be talking about? Where's Melissa here? Melissa's going to be talking about an app.
I am here. Sorry, I couldn't unmute myself.
Yeah, Melissa's going to be talking about a boards app. Okay, that another jewel is introduced to our team, and I've heard about this Jewels app, this boards app, and Melissa's actually been using it, and it is. I mean, she sent me it. It is the cat's, you know what, and it's going to organize and make this more efficient for you. So Melissa's going to be sharing the boards app, and then I'm going to be talking about social media and how often we post. And I'm going to be talking about our lead magnets on the front end and when, the timing, all that kind of stuff. So we're going to have a 2-part series. Hopefully it's 2 hours, but it's going to start tomorrow night with Colin and Jamie that are going to be sharing that. And the Reels guys are something that we've got to implement right across the board. Okay, the top network marketers in the world, top influencers in the world are all running Reels. Okay, and Colin's going to be teaching that tomorrow. Colin physically is not underneath me. Okay. He sought Coach Mike out. He wanted some extra coaching because I understand his upline doesn't give him a ton of support. And you know what, man, he's paying it forward because what he brings to the table here, he gets back 10 times from us too. And that's one Plexus. That's who we are. So Colin Palmer, who policeman, the whole 9 yards, family guy, 3 daughters, I believe. He's going to rock the crap out of it tomorrow night. I'm going to put that time into our chats. And yeah, we'll have the replay up for that. But we're setting everybody up here, guys. We're setting this whole friggin' team up to knock the crap out of 2022. And like Eric Worre said, you know, and myself and Devin talking about this, our team in 2021, some of us showed up, some of us didn't. Some of us were first line all-stars in the NHL. Some of us were fourth line in the beer leagues. Okay. But this group here, okay, that showed up here is the cream of the crop right here. And you guys are going to make a difference in so many people's lives. And now what we're doing here is we're building our all-star team for 2022. Okay. And we're looking forward. And if people see value in this, coming with us. Because I'm telling you right now, Coach Mike doesn't lose. Okay. I developed 76 guys that went on to play in the NHL. They were all better than me. Every single one of them was better than me. I played one exhibition game at the NHL level because I wasn't good enough. But I was good enough to get those people and coach them to get them there. And I'll tell you, no one's going to outwork or get out coached. Nobody. will outwork and outcoach me. And I'm going to have this team so freaking prepared. And I'm bringing everybody that leaves is coming with me on this journey. This team is rock solid, and we've attracted each other for a reason. And let's get ready to rock here. I'm going to put that assignment into the chats. Any questions? Let's throw it out right now. Anybody got questions? Everything's going to be laid out for you. Everything. Eric Worre is laying everything out for us. We just got to follow the game plan. Okay? And it's all going to be there. It's all going to be there for us. Okay? All you got to do is show up every day. And Eric doesn't want 7 days. Okay? Doesn't want 7 days. I'm going to be 7 days. Okay? I'll tell you that right now. I've negotiated that already with Christina. I'm going to be 7 days. So I'm in for all. I'm in for all 90 days. All in. Okay? I'm going to show up and I'm going pedal to the metal all 90 days. Yeah, that first week in April, I'll probably take off 3 or 4 days. I won't check out from the team, but I'm going to probably be going to Florida for 3 or 4 days just to reboot and re-energize. But I'll tell you, I know what rank I'm going to be April 1st. Choose your rank. What rank do you want to be April 1st? Write that freaking thing down, because that's.
I'm so committed. I'm going to do 91 days. I'm going to overcommit. I'm going to do 91 days. I say everybody get fired up. When I started this almost a year ago tomorrow, December 20th, was when I actually got my product and started. All I wanted was, I didn't want to do this because I was already in sales as a realtor. I wanted 3 people because my products cost me $295 and Plexus was paying $297. So I was happy to get my 3 people December 26th at like 2 a.m. And next thing you know, 5 months later, it's close to 15 grand a month and car allowance and all this stuff. So you know what, you guys, work the business, be good to people, reach out, be interactive. It's all there. And I can't say enough for Coach Mike, who right from the beginning has been absolutely tenacious and relentless, were our words. But you know what, guys, we have a gift horse in the mouth here with what Mike has done for us nonstop for basically a year to the day. Since I met him, it's been nonstop. So none of us would be here without him. I'm here because of Brian, but Brian's here because of him. But if Mike wasn't putting the awesome effort in nonstop, none of us would be here. We would fade away. We'd lose 10 pounds and say this stuff's expensive and stop reaching out. So, you know what? Thank you enough, Mike. Can't thank you enough, Mike. I'm not a religious person, but you've been a blessing, and I'm happy that you're coaching us, and I look forward to jumping in and crushing this. 2021 can eat it. 2022 is going to be fantastic. So
we are going to crush this, guys. We are going to crush this. Okay, we are going to crush this 1,000%. It is going to be 2022 here. Let's set this up. We've got 16 days to set it up. Okay, we want to get the welcome packs. We want to get the Boxing Day special. We want to get that out there. I mean, that Boxing Day graphic should be going through your 24-hour story right now. And I'm going to put in the assignments there. And this group here, okay, is going to wake up everybody else in the chats. And as well, people that aren't in the chats, people that are your VIP customers, okay? The people that are your VIP customers, that's who you're going to be sharing this with. Your family, your friends, you're going to be sharing, okay, this Whisper campaign with. The people that you see that there's a little spark, a little star in them, okay? That little trigger of hope, share it. Give them the opportunity. And all you can do is say, hey, I'm doing this with or without you. I'm going to be going to the top of this company with or without you. And we're following game plan of world-class coaches. They wrote a story about our team in a book already. And we had coaching, but we didn't have very much coaching. And now we're going to be going on a 90-day run that's laid out by the top network marketers in the world, the best compensation plan in the world, the best products in the world. So you want to get healthy? You want to experience health that you've never ever felt before, okay? And you want to get paid for it? It's right here. Doors open, guys, right here. We're going to crush it. We're going to break down that freaking door, and we're going to lock arms on the other side, and every one of us is going to be holding a jewel in our hand, okay? I mean, I would do this for free. This doesn't work to me. I'm having way too much fun, and the people that we're attracting into this business as business builders, you know what? I mean, blessings, absolute blessings. And what we've got on this team now, like how different people are coming in. This is a large corporation, guys, that's being built here. We've got our graphic artist, okay? We've got our peak performance coach, okay? We've got our trainer. We've got our reels guy, okay? You see what's happening here. We're attracting whatever we need here. We've got our pharmacist. We're attracting here whatever we need to build this monster-sized business with momentum. And it's going to be outrageous. We're outrageous and absolutely off the charts. We're going to be April 1st. So thank you for all your time. I'm going to put your assignment in there, and then we're going to lay out the 90 days. So let's start right now. You're adding 10 relationship building, and let's get 10 conversations going. And then I want to hear about it. I want to hear about it in the chat. It starts with us, okay? And who's going to hear about it? The people on our teams that are watching that didn't show up here today, they're the ones that are going to start reaching out to you. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on with this Whisper campaign? Okay, and as many people that are here, that number's probably going to be triple that are going to jump on board here. It should be triple. There's a lot of people in North America, a lot of people in Canada that need this, that need us. The blessing on both ends of it, the health and the other side of it. Okay, so let's go after that freedom. That's why we're all here. We're after that freedom, and let's just do it. All mindset. Sit down with your significant other. Let them know. Is it 2 hours, 4 hours? Okay. I know we're bringing in a cleaning lady every week. Okay, bringing in a cleaning lady every single week so that I'm not overwhelming Christina. Okay, and I'm let her know what she's going to be doing. Luckily, we don't have grass to cut. Luckily, our grass is fake down here, so that's good. But contract it out for 90 days, whether it's snow blowing or whatever it is. Eric Worre put a number on this. If you want to make $1 million a year, and this is the question that was given to him by a billionaire, and I actually have the name of this billionaire. You can actually look him up. The billionaire that Eric Worre got inspired by, he owned 41 companies. His name was Paul J. Meyer. And Eric Worre said this was the greatest piece of advice he ever got when he was starting out in this industry. And Eric went to him, Paul, how do you manage 41 companies? And he said, this was Paul's, and I love this line. This was Paul's line. I inspect what I expect. I inspect what I expect. So he hires great people and he empowers them. And that's what we're doing on this team. It's macro managing. Okay. And that there, like I'm putting that quote up in my office here. I inspect what I expect weekly, monthly, quarterly, and yearly. And here's the key. I do nothing that's not worth my time. And Eric Worre, when he was poor, put that in his mindset. Okay. Now he asked Eric, how much do you want to make a year? And he threw it out there. Eric threw it out there. I want to make $1 million a year. You got to remember, this is Eric. He's 19, 20 years old. Okay. And he's around a billionaire. And Eric goes, I want to make $1 million a year. And what Paul said to Eric was, that works out to $500 an hour. Okay. $500 an hour is what $1 million a year looks like. Okay. And what Paul said is, I do nothing that's not worth my time. And what he meant by that is, and Eric, he asked Eric this, how long, and Eric said, it takes me, 2 hours to snow blow each day. And he asked him, so what do you pay that guy? What would you pay someone to snow blow? Okay. Because he wanted to take things away that didn't pay him $500 an hour. That's what he was getting at. If it doesn't pay you $500 an hour, don't do it. And that's why we're bringing in a cleaning lady. That's why I had people do my snow blowing for me when I started Plexus. Yeah, I could do it, but I wasn't serving my family because I was actually losing money by doing that. Okay. And so when Paul said, your time's worth $500 an hour, if you want to make $1 million a year, you got to get that mindset. That's $1,000 for 2 hours. So you would actually be losing $900 an hour by snow blowing. You're not serving your family. So it's all mindset. That's coming from a billionaire that taught Eric Worre his first lesson. Eric now has 8 people managing his mansion in Las Vegas. Chef, security guard, lawn, maid, 8 people. And he goes, that shift when I put a value on my time. And now Eric Worre is a $10,000 an hour man. That's what his time's worth, $10,000 an hour. Okay, it's all mindset, it's all belief. So I'm not saying go out and hire 10 people, but there's something there, guys. And I wrote this. I wrote this here down. It's got to find what it is here. I mean, it is huge. This one quote that I want to share with you guys. I'll put it into the chat, you know, because I won't find it yet. And I'll make sure it goes into our chat right now, because I'll find it quickly right now. And you just have to decide what you're going to do, what you're going to delegate, how much time you're going to put in. And then, man, you got to show up and do your IPAs every day. Every day. Okay. And Eric's going to lay that all down. Just like this year, he's going to lay it all down. Okay. The whole game plan is going to be set up. We're going to have our 2 social media this week. We'll get them done. So the social media training. And then, guys, okay, you want to go one-on-one, you want to go 3-on-1 with me, I'm here. I'm here to serve you all the way through. There's something that you don't know or you're not sharp about. It could be graphics. It could be anything. Okay. You need content. You need to rewrite your story, which you should. Your story is the most powerful thing. So, I mean, if you got a story, you share it. You update it. You write that story. I'll pop that framework too, because I developed that, how to write that masterpiece story. I'll put that into the chats too. Get that story out there. That's another assignment. I want your story out there. Okay. You're not tagging the team. That'll affect the algorithm. But if you want to share it with the team, just copy and paste it and put in the chats and give everybody permission to blow it up. And then as well, I want that story. It's your responsibility. Okay. We've got our We Are Family health victories. Put your story in there. That's not me. That's your Facebook group. That's your team's group. That's not Coach Mike's. That's ours. So you're responsible for putting your story and your teammates' stories in there. Every day, there should be 4, 5, 10 stories in there. Okay, because I'm grabbing that from Jamie Ravelli's team, Cassie Rainey's team, Justin Goff's team, Brooke Hemingway's team. I'm taking their stories out of their health and I'm putting them in there. We've got to add our own. Okay, I want our library well into the thousands there. So there's nothing ever, okay, that we don't have. We got to have our stories. We got to share other people's stories. Third-party validation is so powerful. So utilize those platforms. And everybody, that's where we want you. And when it's recognition, it's up to you to have that app set up. Okay, it's up to you to have the Pic Collage app set up and how to learn how to use it. Google it. And if you don't know, that's when you reach out to your upline. But it's up to you to say, hey, you just went senior gold. Hey, Carla just signed up 10 that month. That's up to you to brag about your people and to get that into your We Are Family, Rise Up Together. Those are the only 2 Facebook groups you should be in on this team. Because there's no other team, guys, that's going to go at the speed of this team. Your focus should be right here. And if we need something in our team, we'll get it. You tell me. If you think that there's something we got to be stronger in, I'll get it. In 1 second, I'll get it. Okay? We're macro managing this team. We are going like a rocket right to the top. If you're not in our chats, get your ass in our chats. Because you got to be present. Okay? I'm taking this team. I'm taking this team right to the top of this company. 1,000,000%. I'll be the head freaking coach of this team, and we're going right to the top of this company. It's all mindset. So let's get ready to take off. Okay? I'm going to put that stuff in the chats. Let's get our assignments going right now. Let's go kick some butt. We're winning the Stanley Cup, guys. The Stanley Cup's 3 periods. Period 1, January. Period 2, February. Period 3, March. Change your life, change your family's life. It's happening right now. Thank you for your time. Love you guys. Let's do this. Lock arms. Let's go. Here we go. Giddy up. Have a great day, guys. If you need me, you reach out. I'm here 24/7, 365. You need me, you reach out, you phone me, whatever it is. Okay? You need to go one-on-one with me, two-on-one with me, whatever it is, okay? My time's available to you all the time. Okay, you never ever think that you're crossing a boundary. I'm here for you guys all the way through. We're going to kick ass together. Have a great day, guys. This is taped and it's going to go into the chat.